Hello, Sebastian here. Today is the first episode from my educational content, and today's subject is going to be Bitcoin. You all heard about Bitcoin. It's a very hot asset, and if you follow my X account, Stepster Speaks, you saw quite a lot of posts regarding Bitcoin price. It hit all-time high. It reached close to $90,000 per unit, and a capitalization bigger than silver globally. Now, what is Bitcoin? A lot of you ask me, okay, I don't know anything about cryptocurrency. Can you explain to me? And I'm going to try to explain you in a very, very simplified way. Basically, it's a decentralized digital currency that is generated through mining. It's called mining, which is basically solving complex mathematical formulas. Now, when these Bitcoins are generated, you can transact them peer-to-peer, means from different people or entities who are holding a wallet. And these transactions are validated by nodes, or we can call them validator. And through cryptography, they are written on a public distributed ledger. Okay, that sounds complicated. Well, actually, it's not. And I'm going to make a comparison with a classical transaction. So if I want to send you $1 of any currency, I have to have a bank account. I have to be KYC'd, and so do you. So I go to the bank. I initiate the transaction. The bank verifies if I have enough money. They will make the transaction and they will record this on a ledger which is held privately by the bank. Nobody else has access to it. With Bitcoin, your account is actually a wallet, which is a string of numbers and letters, 32 characters. Obviously, whoever needs to receive has to have one as well. There's no KYC involved. It's generated very fast. I'm going to explain how on another episode. Now, I initiate the transaction. This goes to the nodes or the validators. They will check the transaction. They will validate it through cryptography. And that's the reason it's called cryptocurrency. Every transaction is crypted. And it's written on a public distributed ledger. What is a public distributed ledger? It sounds so complicated. Public, because anyone has access to it. There's an address where you can go and see every transaction made on that blockchain, from the first transaction until the most recent one. Why distributed? Because this doesn't sit on a server. This is distributed to every computer in the network. Okay, so if one computer go bust or I don't know, something happened, it doesn't matter. The same transaction exists on all the computers in the network, which means that if you want to erase it or to destroy it, you have to destroy the whole blockchain, basically, the whole network. Now, some of the advantages, and why it's called blockchain, this is important, very simple. All these transactions are all got together in a block of transaction, okay? And these are in a sequence. So the first block, then you have the second, the third, and so on and so forth. How it works is that the last transaction of the first network, the first from the second block, and so on. Okay, this is how, and these blocks are generating the Bitcoins that obviously they are all in the network, and I will discuss later about this. And block of transaction in chain, right? One after another. The advantages of Bitcoin is decentralized. So there's no centralized party to control of this. Nobody controls the blockchain, and that was the reason Satoshi, which I'm going to talk about him, which is the person, the anonymous person who created Bitcoin, wanted that nobody has control of this network. Is immutable means that cannot be changed. So once you do a transaction, cannot be reversed back. If you want to send the money back, the owner of the wallet wants to send it back, they need to do another transaction. So that's called separate. It cannot be canceled like a bank can do. That cannot happen. Distributed, I explained, limited supply. There are only 21 million Bitcoins ever going to be in circulation. That is maximum. And at this moment, in circulation, there are about 19,781,000 and some change Bitcoins. Yeah, some change that worth a lot of money. This is very important to know the scarcity, right? Limited supply, and that's why it makes it so the demand is so big, the price will continue to increase because there's no other Bitcoin going to be minted ever. The security, obviously all the transactions secure True. The validators don't know who you are, and you don't know who the validators are. Everything is random. Nobody. So the security is maximum, right? And this is paramount part of the idea of blockchain. Censorship resistant. That can be good and bad. Means that no transaction can be stopped. Okay. Now there are some disadvantages as well. First of all, the volatility of the asset. Nobody's controlling it, so it's just supply and demand. Free market, right? So sometimes you can see big spikes in both directions. If it goes up, you're happy. If it goes down, not so much. So this is something you have to take in consideration when you invest in cryptocurrency. They are not controlled. So there's a lot of demand on one side or another. You will see big spikes in the price. Irreversibility can be a good thing and a bad thing. If you send, you do a mistake, cannot be reversed, unfortunately. Also, very important, and this happened quite a lot. Actually, there are quite a few million bitcoins are lost forever, is because they were sent to the wrong address. Now, how blockchain works is that if you send it to a wrong wallet, if that wallet doesn't exist, it's going to be generated and it's going to be sent there. So be very careful when you transfer to make sure you transfer to the right wallet address. Otherwise, it's lost because nobody can have access to it. I'll talk about wallets another time. The second thing, that was the second thing, sorry. The third thing is, yes, because Bitcoin is anonymous, can be used also from less legal side, and there was a lot of emphasis in the past that, oh, you use Bitcoin for illegal transaction, for terrorism and all this other stuff. Well, the truth is that it's not it's much less than the fiat transaction. So through bank go about, I think, if I'm not mistaken, about 100 times more illegal money that go through blockchain, right? So it's not a big deal, but you know, when you want to fudge something, it's very easy to do. As a conclusion, Bitcoin is an asset of value. Obviously, this is not an investment advice. I'm not going to tell anyone either to buy or to sell anything. Okay, as a part of it, I just want to educate you about what it represents. Always want to do, when you want to do an investment, please do your own research. DYOR, to be very important. You saw I'm using this hashtag a lot. Please do your own research so you're not regretted. So this is the final of my first episode. Please, if you have any questions, please ask me. You can message me. I will be more than happy to clarify. And there will be more episodes about blockchain, wallets, other cryptocurrency, and actually I'm planning to do also about financial assets in general as well, at a very simplified level. I think this is important. Considering financial education, obviously the focus is going to be blockchain and cryptocurrencies, but I'm going to go to normal assets as well. Thank you so much for watching my video, and be blessed.